Panama. This tropical country is world famous for its endless coastlines, premier coffee, and above all, the Panama Canal. Located at the end of Central America, Panama is home to 4.1 million people from all walks of life. It's a modern country with a strong economy that still retains rich historical and cultural roots. Not all of Panama looks like the capital city. Far across the country, deep within the mountains, live an indigenous people group called the Nobe. The Nobe people have an autonomous territory called a comarca, with a population of around 300,000. Their lifestyle is very simple, and they typically make a living by subsistence farming, working on coffee plantations, or transporting goods. Although their clothing is brightly colored, their souls are ensnared in spiritual darkness. Perversions of the gospel are abundant in the comarca. The Nobe have their own native religions like Cruzole or Mamadada. Their trinity is made up of Jesus, Mary, and Satan, and they hold services at night to invite spirits to possess them. But even in this spiritual darkness, the light of the Word of God shines through.
My name is Ethan Shields. I am a third-generation missionary who had the privilege of growing up on the mission field in Mexico. God has blessed me and my wife, Beth, with 4 children, Elena, Noah, Sophia, and Julia. We have been on the mission field since 2012 and live full-time in Panama. We're a part of a team of missionaries from several countries who come alongside national pastors to help them reach their communities. We support them through evangelization, church planning, strengthening existing congregations, and training local workers.
The Lord has led us to go to these remote areas to seek out the harvest from the corners of the fields, or in our case, on the mountaintops. Many Nobe people live in isolated villages hidden deep within the mountains that are only accessible on foot. Their territory stretches less than 40 miles from north to south, but the terrain essentially goes from sea level up to 9,000 feet in elevation and back down again. But in spite of the challenges, there are already several Nobe pastors, along with many more indigenous lay workers, who are answering the call to reach their own people.
Our team works with multiple established churches and new missions in this mountainous region. And we started a Bible Institute to train pastors and teachers to lead them. Seminario Bautista Nueva Esperanza furthers the Bible training of these national leaders, grounds them in sound doctrine, and better equips them to work in the ministry.
These pastors and our team are establishing churches on the edges of the comarca and are working towards the interior. Villages that may be only 30 miles away as the crow flies require a 2-day hike to reach. However, many of these hiking trails become practically impassable during the 8-month-long rainy season. This makes it extremely difficult, and in many cases, very dangerous to enter to evangelize.
This is the reason for aviation. God led me to build an airplane that is specially designed with bush flying in mind. Its sturdy construction, cost-effectiveness, and short takeoff and landing capabilities on rugged mountain strips make it ideal to meet the demands of this mission field. Using the airplane to fly deep into the comarca will save days, and in some cases weeks worth of travel time. It will make these isolated villages accessible and enable us to more effectively evangelize the furthest reaches of the comarca.
The dense jungle vegetation on the mountains not only makes it difficult to enter to evangelize, it also makes it difficult to leave for medical help. Therefore, another addition to the ministry will be aerial medical evacuations. Many people die due to lack of basic medical attention. Several of these deaths can be avoided simply by a quick response time in getting to a hospital. Medical evacuations are already something we're doing with our truck, but the plane will allow us to access places vehicles can't enter. Just like Jesus did while meeting the physical need of the people, we show them they have a spiritual need as well. The spiritual health of the people of Panama is our main priority.
Aviation is simply another tool in our toolbox. It will allow us to use our current tools more effectively, to improve evangelization efforts, and also to create new opportunities to share the gospel. We are already evangelizing, preaching, teaching, training, discipling, and the airplane will take it to a whole new level. God has provided 23 acres of land for a ministry base to house the aviation ministry and a Christian camp and conference center. Construction continues as the Lord provides the funding.
Our family and team have dedicated our lives to being a beacon of truth in a very dark part of the world. With your partnership in prayer and finances, we're seeing God change our part of the world, one soul at a time.
Thank you for helping us take the gospel to the regions beyond.